Do you know? The oldest Bigfoot encounters in America did not begin in the 1900s. They began long before the United States existed, when indigenous tribes of the Pacific Northwest described a massive, hair-covered being called sasquatch, a watcher of the forests that appeared only when humans crossed too deep into its territory. Elders spoke of a creature that moved silently despite its size, left footprints as wide as a man's hand, and stared from the tree line with eyes that reflected firelight. These were not legends to them. They were warnings. The first fully recorded non-tribal incident happened in 1847 near Vancouver Island, when a missionary named Paul Lejeune wrote about strange, towering, wild men seen by hunters. They described a creature nearly 8 feet tall, walking upright with long swinging arms and dark hair from head to toe. Hunters claimed it followed them for hours, staying just out of sight, its heavy footsteps echoing through the cedar forest. At night, they heard its whistle, sharp, two-toned calls that answered their campfire voices. None dared to chase it. By the 1850s, newspapers in British Columbia and Washington Territory printed reports of mountain giants that left enormous human-like tracks near mining routes. Prospectors in Harrison Lake described finding trees ripped from the ground, broken at the base as if twisted by a giant hand. Local Stow-Low people insisted it was Sasquatch guarding the mountains. Settlers ignored the warning. Then came the most important early incident, the 1884 Jacko case. A newspaper in New Westminster reported that railway workers near Yale had captured a strange creature on the tracks. A muscular, hair-covered, human-shaped figure about 4 feet tall, with long arms, ape-like strength, and deep brown hair. They named him Jacko. He resisted with incredible force, and witnesses said his eyes looked too human for an animal. The report spread across Canada, sparking national panic and fascination. Jacko disappeared shortly after, never photographed again, and some believed authorities secretly released him back into the wilderness. But the tracks never stopped. By the late 1800s, loggers across Oregon and Washington began finding identical footprints, massive, deep, and spaced too far apart for any human stride. Some workers quit their camps entirely, claiming a giant shadow followed them through misty riverbanks at dawn. These early accounts, decades before the name Bigfoot, created the foundation of the creature Americans know today. Long before cameras, hoaxes, or modern hunters, the Pacific Northwest had already documented something enormous, silent and ancient living beyond the tree line. And for those early witnesses, Bigfoot was not a myth. It was a neighbor in the dark.